What is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Borderlands 3 video, and today we're going to be going through some tips on arms race. This is the new Borderlands 3 game mode that has recently been released. I'm going to be showing you some best practices when it comes to loot, what you should be looking out for, some little tricks in order to make yourself survive and make the actual game mode itself a little bit easier. Guys, if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week. Otherwise, let's get straight into that video. So tip number 1 is a simple one. Maliwan and TDO guns are stronger than most guns in this actual game mode itself. So it doesn't matter whether they're white, green or blue. TDO weapons, because of their chuck ability, are adding extra damage. Maliwan, because they are always elemental, is giving you that extra damage against certain enemy health or armor bars. These weapons are insanely good when compared to the other white weapons that you might get. So there are definitely times where I have kept a white TDO over some green or a blue item just because of how effective the TDO weapons are in the game. Second tip is a simple one. Any shield with health regen or a shield boost on is amazing. Now, as you know, we don't have any guardian ranks and we don't actually have any health regeneration because we don't have access to our skill trees. So you are reliant on opening little ammo crates to get any health back whatsoever. However, shield boosters and transfusion grenades or transfusion shields, they are absolutely amazing for getting your health back. They will give you a ton of survivability as well. So look out for those. It doesn't just have to be that you get 25% health, it could be 25% shield, but anything with a booster, particularly to boost that survivability, is going to be worth its weight in gold. Tip number 3 is quite a simple one, but one that we should definitely mention, and that is that any legendaries that you find, despite it being probably maybe one of the worst legendaries in the game, in the current full game, any legendary in this mode is actually legendary. So if you find yourself a Bangarang or a Gunnerang or a Shock AAA, those weapons are actually very, very good in this mode because the game is completely balanced. Those special effects can work wonders. I actually got a recursion on one of my runs and it just made the game exceptionally easy. And that also meant that I could take a risk and try and farm some more to see what extra loot I could get. Number 4 is to do with the boss. Now the boss has multiple health bars, so as you are going around and start thinking about this circle, how long is left in the circle and what elemental effectiveness have I got in my possession. So have a look at your backpack. Have you got something that you can get rid of the armor and the shield bar? The health bar itself is actually pretty tough as well, so having something fire or radiation will really help that go by. But you want to constantly be thinking about, as the circle gets smaller, you want to be thinking about how can I get those weapons. Now remember, there is a vending machine at the end just before you drop down to the boss fight, but that's only going to give you a shield and grenade, so you need to make sure you have something there available. Tip number 5 is a simple one as well. Now you'll notice after you've played a few runs that the circle always actually finishes on the boss. However, sometimes the circle can cut out a lot of the environment, meaning that you can't actually get to the boss if you time it incorrectly. So what you're going to need to do is continually to monitor the circle and make sure that when the circle is going to cut off the pathway to the boss arena, that you get around before it does so, because you are going to really struggle, because not only does the circle, or the murder cane as it's called, actually hurt you, there are what they are the equivalent of anointed enemies that can be pretty tough as well. So make sure you've got enough time to get to the boss arena. The final one is a simple one, and this is that if you are doing multiple runs, you will need to travel to somewhere to go and get ammunition. Now, if you use most of your ammunition in run 1 and just literally fast travel back and go back in again, you will start that secondary and any other run afterwards with the amount of ammunition that you had when you finished your previous run. So fast travel to somewhere you like. Guts of Carnivora has an ammo machine right next to the fast travel, or Roland's Rest, for example. Fast travel there, grab yourself some ammunition and then fast travel back. This won't be so bad as well with next generation as well, because the load times will be really quick, but it is something that you're going to have to think about. So guys, that is it for today's video. There are 6 tips that will hopefully help you succeed every single time you go into arms race. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week. And otherwise, I'll catch you on the flip.